Well, we are back here at Assembly Hall, Peoria, with a great tradition in high school basketball. And they continue it here tonight in semifinal game number 2. And let's preview for you the two teams. First off, reviewing the results of earlier games here today. A big win for Proviso East. They get to the championship game for the second year in a row with their 64-47 victory over, of course, Chicago Public League champion Westinghouse. And now it'll be time for Peoria Richwoods and Rockford Boylan to determine who is going to join Proviso in that championship game. The visiting team here today for the second semifinal game are the Knights of Peoria Richwoods and Coach Wayne Hammerton, 29-2 this year in the Mid-State 9 Conference. And as our country company's Main Street video tells us, Peoria is quite a town. The Central Illinois town of Peoria is in love with their Knights this weekend as enthusiasm runs wild for a state title there. This Illinois River town is home of the Class A baseball Chiefs, the University of Illinois Medical Center, the Peoria Civic Center, Caterpillar Industries, and Bradley University. Rockford Boylan will be the home team here today. The Titans of Coach Steve Goers have lost just once this year in 31 games. And Rockford also has some historical landmarks to speak of its own in this country company's Main Street video. Rockford Boylan coming off a big victory. They will again be in their green and white out of the Rockford area in northern Illinois. Founded in 1834 by Germinus Kent and Thatcher Blob, Rockford is a town of almost 140,000. Industry, parks, golf courses, and Rockford's newest landmark, the Metro Center, help form this proud community in northern Illinois. Sights to see in Rockford include Victorian Village, the Rock River, and the famous Midway Theater. Boylan Central Catholic is home to 1979 graduate Jody Mariotti Benson, the voice of Walt Disney's Little Mermaid. All right, everything is set. Now let's send it to add to setting the table for the second Class AA semifinal game. And at center court, again, is Kenny McReynolds, joined by Dan Roan.
Okay, Joe Passion, thank you very much. And once again, welcome to Champaign, the second semifinal game of the boys AA state high school basketball tournament. Rockford Boylan and Peoria Richwoods, a couple of teams, Kenny, that I think really weren't thought of in terms of state championship caliber before this Elite Eight part of the tournament began. But right now, the way things have shaped up, anybody could win the tournament, and either one of these two teams certainly has as good a chance, I think, as Proviso East will in the championship game.
You better believe it, Dan. And these are what I think two evenly matched basketball teams. Of course, the winner has the tough task of taking on Proviso East. We saw yesterday that these two basketball teams can play. They like to get up and down the floor. Anything can happen. I'm really looking forward to this game today.
Let's start with Peoria Richwoods, 29-2. Wayne Hammerton told us the other day that, people don't respect the Peoria teams as much sometimes because they beat each other's brains in during the regular season, and they're so happy to get out of Peoria and then play some of the other schools. And they really have had a super year. Wayne Hammerton, veteran coach, and Sean Kimball, great tournament so far in the Sweet 16 part of it. 52 points, 26 apiece, and had 26 last night. And Troy Taylor, outstanding basketball player.
Well, Troy Taylor's an outstanding basketball player, Dan. He is an outstanding athlete. I think if you're going to try to stop Troy Taylor, you need to put a body on Troy Taylor at all times because he can do so many things. He can jump out of the gym. He may be the best athlete on the floor.
A very nice mix as a team on this club, too, and they'll be fun to watch this afternoon. Rockford Boylan has only lost one game all season. They're 30-1. Last night, Michael Slaughter had a big game against a big opponent, Chris Gandy of Bradley Bourbonnais.
Well, Michael Slaughter answered the challenge yesterday. You see, he had 10 points, but more impressively, Dan, he had 14 rebounds against Gandy. Now, if Michael Slaughter can play like he did last night, look out. We really could be in for a heck of a basketball game. But look, we go for the slam, Cam. You know they love to get up and down the floor on the fast break. Hey, I tell you what, this basketball team, they love to get up and down the basketball floor. They love to run and gun.
All right, we look forward to this one. Should be real good. Now let's go over to Joe Passion, who's standing by with a special guest.
All right, thanks very much, Dan. First off, Wayne Hammerton, and talk a little bit about what concerns Richwoods right now about Steve's ball club.
Well, they're just an excellent ball club. They do so many things that can hurt you. They run so many different defenses at you, and you got to be aware all the time. Plus, they really push the ball down the floor. I don't think quite to the extent the team we played last night, but that's also going to be a concern because they really get up and down the floor.
And Steve, how about Rockford Boylan? Again, your lucky jacket, is that going to be part of the game plan here?
Anything it takes, Joe. Whatever it takes, we'll do. Certainly Wayne's team is a seasoned veteran team. It has great players, and they can hurt you from the outside with McIntosh, and the other players are such great penetrators, and they play excellent defense. And, they come from that great mid-state 9 or 10, whatever it is, and get Peoria Central, Peoria Manual. They have wars all the time, and I really think that Wayne has an outstanding team, and we're going to have to certainly step it up from last night to beat Richwoods.
Steve and Wayne, thank you very much. Have a great game. Thanks for joining us, and I would imagine both their jackets are lucky with their records. Back over to Kenny and Dan.
Yeah, I'd say that's right. They've only lost 3 games all season between the two teams. You have to feel good for Steve Gores, Kenny. He finally got down to the Assembly Hall and finally won a game in his 5th trip down here.
I like the way he said yesterday, it wasn't a monkey on his back, it was a gorilla on his back. And I tell you now, I'm sure that he's more relaxed and at ease, and his basketball team also can relax now that they finally won a game here at Assembly Hall.
We also talked about the Peoria area being such a tough basketball situation. Well, they haven't won a state championship since 1977, so Wayne Hamilton and the Richwood Knights are carrying the whole city of Peoria down here to Champaign as well.
But Dan, I really believe if you can get out of the city of Peoria, you have to be one of the best basketball teams, not just in the state of Illinois, but in the Midwest. As you talked about earlier, they beat up on each other down in Peoria. And when they get down here, people may say, well, hey, it's just another Peoria basketball team. But you know, and I know that this is a good Richwoods basketball club.
Yeah, it is just another Peoria team, as good as always, and they'll be a great team to watch here. Right now, let's check out the keys for this second semifinal game here in Champaign. Brought to you by Milk. It does a body good. And by the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin.
Well, I think Richwoods has to slow down a little bit from last night. Last night they were out of control, I think. The fast-paced tempo was not their basketball game, and they better play good perimeter defense today because, as you know, Dan, Rockford Boylan will put up the 3-point shots. Of course, Boylan, they want to pick up the tempo and get the ball to Hernandez, I think, a little more. Let him create a little bit more. This young man is a great athlete. He can bury the 3-point shots. I think Hernandez may be the key today for Rockford Boylan. He only took, 7-8 shots last night. I think you want more shooting out of Hernandez.
Well, their team has had to pick up the slack with the loss of their leading scorer, Lee Lampley, a sophomore, who was suspended 3 games ago after scoring 20 points a game for the first 27 games of the season. They've done it very well, and we didn't touch on Darrell Banks yet, but he's a 6'4" senior who really had a nice game last night.
Well, Darrell Banks showed yesterday that he is a great athlete. I was kind of surprised at how well he played, to be honest with you, last night. We talk so much about, the other guys on that team. Darrell Banks showed that he's also a very vital part of that Boylan offense.
So good players on both sides coming up in this second game. Great records, 30-1 for Rockford Boylan, 29-2 for the Knights of Peoria Richwoods. We'll have the starting lineups coming up in just a moment. One of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance.
The schools competing here this weekend are being observed in a sportsmanship contest which will honor an individual player, a school team and coaching staff, and a school's cheering section. You can find the details on the sportsmanship contest in the official program.
Welcome back to the Assembly Hall. Dan Roan along with Kenny McReynolds. We're a few minutes away from the start of the second game here this afternoon. Peoria Richwoods and Rockford Boylan. Boylan with a record of 30-1, Kenny. And Peoria Richwoods 29-2. One of these teams will be out to stop Proviso East's march toward that second consecutive state championship tonight in the championship game. I was surprised by the way Proviso played. I thought Westinghouse would give them a better game, and in fact, I thought they might have a chance to win it, but Proviso really dominated the first game.
Well, yeah, especially when they jumped out to that 11-1 run, Dan. Westinghouse just never got on track, but I don't think we really saw the real Westinghouse basketball team today. When you only shoot 35%, it's very difficult to win a basketball game. Garrett's never got on track. I thought Proviso did an outstanding job keeping David Greer in control. Greer went crazy yesterday. Today, he was in control, and you can't say enough about Ray Gay. Sprained ankle. I had a chance to walk around Assembly Hall with him this morning talking about his ankle. Hey, he looked pretty healthy today.
Right now, let's send it down to Joe Passion, who's standing by with a special guest, Coach Brian James of Glenbrook North.
I'm with Brian James, the head basketball coach at Glenbrook North High School, and he has a lot of interest of what's going on here today because he was about one overtime shy of being here himself in the triple overtime loss to Stevenson up in Welsh Ryan Arena. But with the three-point contest, Brian, going on, and that played a big part in your game with your star player, Chris Collins, the slam contest. As a coach, how do you like that? Does it take away from the players, or is it a good diversion for them?
Well, I'll tell you what, Joe, I really encourage the three-point and the slam dunk competition that the IHSA has provided for the fans. I think it has created a lot of excitement. Unfortunately for us, what I did with my team, I gave every kid the option to have our own little contest to determine who was going to be in. And Chris Collins, maybe the best three-point shooter in Illinois, elected himself not to enter because it was the night of the regional, and he's always been a team-focused person anyway. He thought it might detract from his own game, getting ready from the, what he felt was more important, the regional. So we did have a competition, and two of our substitutes won the three-point shooting contest. But just because Chris Collins did not enter doesn't mean that we were not in favor of it, because I think it's a great thing that the IHSA is doing.
Well, we're seeing obviously a lot of positive response. I wonder, you've been sitting next to Chris throughout the tournament. Does he wish he would have?
No, he has no regrets at all, because he's very happy that, because we almost lost in the regional or sectional, and maybe one little shot difference, we might not have won. The thing of it is, the only thing that I would propose is maybe they have a little different format next year where those kids don't shoot a half hour before you have to go back out and play the regular game. Whether maybe you have each school enter one person and go to the super sectional, and then you have 15 at each end, and then you get an automatic bye for the people who are in the super or something like that. But I'll tell you what, the IHSA will reevaluate, I'm sure, and make some needed corrections as they may see it.
Brian, great to always talk to you. Congratulations for getting to the Sweet 16. Maybe we'll get down here in a couple more years.
All right, thanks, Joe.
All right, Brian James of Glenbrook North, and we will be back to further along our pregame coverage. We'll send it back over to center court to Dan and Kenny.
Okay, Joe, thanks very much. There's the horn. Both teams headed for the benches, and we're headed for the public address announcer, Steve Adams, with the starting lineups for Game 2, the second semifinal here in the AA tournament.
Introducing the starting lineups for today's second semifinal game, featuring the Knights of Peoria Richwoods, entering this game with a record of 29-2, and the Titans of Rockford Boylan, who come into this game with a record of 30-1. At forward for Peoria Richwoods, a 6'4" senior, number 20, Troy Taylor. At forward for Rockford Boylan, a 6'4" senior, 52, Tim Hobson. At the other forward for Richwoods, a 6'4" junior, number 40, Sean Kimball. At the other forward for Boylan, a 6'4" junior, 25, Bill Binns. At center for Richwoods, a 6'4" senior, number 32, Greg Clore. And at center for the Titans, a 6'7" senior, number 55, Michael Slaughter. At one of the guards for Richwoods, a 5'10" senior, number 14, Brian Franklin. And at one of the guards for Boylan, a 6'4" senior, number 23, Darrell Banks. At the other guard for Richwoods, a 6'4" senior, number 22, Frank McIntosh. At the other guard for Boylan, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Johnny Hernandez. introducing the coaches. First, for Richwoods, assistant coaches Rick Snar, Ron Isley, and Ralph Gallo, and the head coach in his 22nd season, Wayne Hamilton. And for Boylan, assistant coaches Dave Stockton and Ted Knutson, and the head coach in his 12th season is Steve Gores.
A lot of green and gold in this second semifinal. Rockford, Boylan, and Peoria Richwoods. We'll tip it off in a moment. One of your network sponsors, the Toyota dealers of Illinois. Ready to go, game two, Richwoods, and look out for Troy Taylor, 6'4" forward, and for the other side, a lot of good players over there, including Darrell Banks, Michael Slaughter, and Johnny Hernandez.
And of course, our comparison field goals, Boylan, 3-pointers Boylan, free throws about even, and rebounded in size to Richwoods, quickness to Boylan.
Opening tip controlled by Rockford Boylan. Loose on the baseline, and out of bounds it goes. Richwoods will have it.
Yeah, Banks just dribbled on the baseline.
Ryan Franklin. And here's Troy Taylor, who had an incredible start in the quarterfinal game last night. Scored the first 6 of the game against Stevenson. He missed his first shot here, and Boylan will shoot for the lead. It's Banks off the back of the iron, and Franklin's got the rebound.
Well, you know Boylan will put up the 3-point field goals, Dan. They like to get up and down the court, put up the long shots.
Clore, 16-footer, right down. Greg Clore opens the scoring in game two.
You know, he has a pretty nice form, Dan. I really like his form. His picture perfect, brings the ball back well behind his head, has his long arms. Oh, nice steal by Slaughter.
Slaughter with a good position down low, and a nice job by Bill Binns to get him the ball.
Fundamentally sound move by Slaughter. Seal his man off with the one elbow, float back to the basket, comes away with the easy 2.
Frank McIntosh airs it out on his first 3-point attempt, and the ball will be out of bounds to Rockford Boylan. Frank McIntosh, a 40% 3-point field goal shooter, and he's very busy from beyond that stripe.
Well, when you're shooting 40% beyond the stripe, you'll have the green light.
Darrell Banks crossover, nice move. Now down low, Hops, and he's sealed up. Now gets the shot. Back the other way, and Slaughter took it away.
Oh, nice touch passing.
Slaughter will head up to the free throw line on a foul by Sean Kimball.
Well, although they didn't have far to go, Dan, here's a pass stolen by Slaughter. See, he reaches in and grabs the dribble. 1 pass, 2 passes, right down on the floor, puts it up. When you do a fast break, as we see the end of the play, you don't want to dribble. Slaughter passes the ball, gets the pass right back, goes to the line now for the 2 free throws.
And he makes the first. Michael Slaughter, a 60% field goal shooter, Kenny, but only a 48% shooter from that free throw line.
And you see why right there. Not the best form in the world.
3-2 Boylan, opening minutes. Second semifinal in the AA boys basketball tournament. Shot missed by McIntosh.
Boy, they get down court in a hurry, don't they?
Richwood's turn. Franklin missed the layup. So neither team shooting particularly well here early on. We haven't really seen a team light it up at all so far in the tournament.
Not yet, Danny. You know, you're talking about shooting. Richwood just 1 out of 5. Borland also just 1 out of 5. That's just 28% for the game. But see, I like the way Franklin is now getting the ball game into a half-court game. They don't want to get out of control.
Clore in the lane. Shot it up short. Nice rebound by Kimball, and he's fouled on the reach-in.
Yeah, nobody blocked out Kimball, so he had an opening, and he just flew into there. Watch Kimball. Clore misses the shot just a little bit short. Kimball, nobody touches Kimball. Comes in for the offensive rebound, goes up, and he's hit on the arm.
Number 40, Sean Kimball at the line for Richwoods. 2 shots.
Sean Kimball having himself quite a tournament so far. He's the leading scorer through 2 games. Had 26 in the Super against Danville to go along with 15 rebounds, and then came back with 26 more last night.
6'4", 177 junior.
Slaughter, baseline move, and got it.
Nice move by Slaughter. Shows he can put the ball on the floor, Dan. Nice entry pass to Slaughter. He kept the ball up high, then he brings it down to the floor. Shows that he can put the ball on the floor. Not many big men can do that.
Clore entry pass. Taylor up and shot it over the rim, and a foul called on the rebound attempt. And if it's on Kimball, and I think it is, that's number 2.
That's number 2 on Kimball, going for the offensive rebound. Here it is again. Here's the shot by Taylor that won't go. Look at Kimball right there. Bumps Darrell Banks for his 2nd personal foul.
We get a substitution, I think, for Richwoods, and a timeout right now. 5-3, Boylan on top. One of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance. Game notes for this second one, Kenny.
Well, Richwood's only other Final Four appearance was in '75. They came home 4th place. They've won 17 in a row. Borland's first Final Four appearance and 5 trips to Champaign, a 53-8 record in the past 2 seasons. A couple of good basketball teams.
Hernandez had a shot, passed it up. Now down the lane, Banks cutting to the basket for 2.
Man, he just flew in the air. He looked like Superman all of a sudden jumping in the air. Good cut.
7-3, Boylan on top by 4. Played almost 4 minutes in the opening quarter.
Isolation, clear out, one-on-one basketball.
Taylor stopped on the baseline and traveling called.
Give Slaughter a lot of credit. You know, they had isolation one-on-one for Troy Taylor. And look at this, nice little head fake, but look at Slaughter. Comes over and just cuts off the baseline for the travel.
Binns puts it up and off the back iron, no good. McIntosh has the rebound. Peoria trying to run. They do with Clore. It was blocked. Oh. And no call. Close to a goaltend as Hobson went up there and knocked it off the glass.
Boy, that's a clean block according to the official.
Slaughter, outside shot. They've got Taylor in front, and he'll score. No, he won't. He's pushed. He'll score from the free throw line as Slaughter comes up from behind. And
here it is again. Taylor's such a great athlete, Dan. He just beat Slaughter down the floor. And Slaughter says, okay, if you got to step on me, I'll give you a little shove to the back. Taylor will be at the line now for 2 free throws, but he's so quick and such a great athlete. He just outran everybody down the floor.
He replaces Brian Franklin. Troy Taylor at the line for the Knights. 2 shots.
Boy, that's short. Taylor shooting only 65% from the free throw line.
Certainly not after the start that he got last night. Missed them both, but Kimball's got the board and now out of bounds to Peoria Richwood. They say Slaughter hit it last.
Well, Kimball's been everywhere for Richwoods this entire tournament, Dan. It's not surprising he would come down with that loose ball.
42 into the ball game. Jarvis Williams, 5'9" junior, and he throws it away.
Great anticipation by Hobson.
Hernandez, nice hesitation, and layup is good.
You see how they get down the court so quickly? I mean, just one pass and we're gone.
6 in a row for Boylan. It's 9-3. Taylor into the paint, scored and send him up to the line.
One-on-one basketball. It looks to me like Troy Taylor decided that he wants to play one-on-one with the entire Titans basketball team. Here it is again. Now look at this one-on-one basketball. Troy Taylor says, okay, come on, baby, I'll take you. Cuts into the lane, gets the hoop, and a little push by Hobson.
As you know, Kenny, coaches usually aren't fond of talking about how good a one-on-one player somebody is. They want him to fit within the framework of the team, but Wayne Hamilton told us that this kid is unstoppable in the open court one-on-one. Nobody can hold him.
Well, he says he's the best one-on-one player he's ever had, and that includes Mark Smith and Derek Holcomb, who played down here for Illinois.
Slaughter down low, turn inside. Shot a little too hard, though.
Let's see if they clear out for Taylor.
Taylor guarded by Darrell Banks. Nice matchup. Oh, Jarvis Williams all the way down for two.
Jarvis Williams put the turbochargers on, man. It just decided to go down the lane.
Slaughter off the fake. Good seal by Taylor. Slaughter regroups. Now gets his own rebound and laid it in. So Slaughter much more aggressive offensively tonight, Kenny, than he was last night against Gandy and Bradley Bourbonnais.
And it's obvious that the game plan is to get the ball down low to Slaughter and let him just go one-on-one. They feel that Slaughter is so much bigger that he could have advantage. Here's your one-on-one. See everybody out of his way. Isolation.
Great stop by Banks. Banks let it go.
They don't waste any time, and they're not bashful. I mean, he was almost out of bounds and threw a rocket. That was a line shot into the hoop.
5 points now for Darrell Banks. 14-7 lead. Boylan, biggest of the game so far.
I don't know where Banks would be attending college, but he could play for me anytime.
McIntosh can't get it. Clore too hard. And Benz unable to save it. Rich Woods will have the ball underneath its own basket. Steve Gore's finally a winner in the Assembly Hall, and Wayne Hamilton a frequent visitor, although Rich Woods hasn't been to the Final 8 since 1980.
Boy, but just getting that monkey off your back. Look at the fast break points. Boylan, we know they like to get up and down the floor. 7-2.
Dana Kiley, number 21, into the game for Boylan.
See, now I think Rich Woods should just come out, you know, if they get this ball in bounds, get to a half-court game. Because if they come down and jack up a shot, that will give the Titans a chance to run and gun, and that's what they do best.
Kimball crossover between the legs, knocked away and stolen. Here's Kiley. Now Slaughter. Slaughter's going to try it himself, and he's ripped and fouled by Jarvis Williams.
Boy, and Wayne's not too happy. Look at him on the bench. He thought that was all ball. Here it is again now. Look at Slaughter just push the hand in there, knocks the ball away. Here they come back. Slaughter leads the charge, and the ball is stripped away.
Banks misses this three, and the rebound to Peoria. Almost stolen. Now Taylor, one-on-one, one-on-two, lost the ball. Now gets it back in the corner. Baseline. Good move by Kimball.
Nice left-handed drive by Kimball. Shows there, Dan, that he can put the ball on the floor going left or right.
His first basket makes it a 14-9 game, and we're inside 30 seconds now for the opening period.
But I wonder if Rockford Boylan will hold for one shot. I mean, the way they like to get up and down the floor, I don't know.
Not sure they like it, but they're going to try it. Hernandez off the dribble. Knocked away. Williams doing a great job defensively. A wild shot thrown up there by Johnny Hernandez. Nowhere close, and we've come to the end of the first period. Richwood's down by a bunch early. Now has come back to trail by only 5. halftime of game 2, we'll have the AA three-point finals brought to you by Country Companies. Corey Shelby, Ryan Gear, Quincy Trice, Paul Vandeven, all out there to see who's going to be the long-distance AA champion. Then they'll have a King of the Hill competition later on tonight.
Maybe I'll enter the King of the Hill competition. Charge.
Baseline. Kimball put his head down, and that's 3.
Boy, 3 quick ones. Boy, that hurts, Dan. When you have a guy like Kimball who's playing outstanding basketball, he picks up his 3rd. They're going to leave him in there, too.
Not for the moment, anyway. Nobody up off Peoria Ridgewood's bench. Banks down the lane.
Out of control.
Taylor stood in and drew the charge. I'll tell you what, Kimball was trailing the play and might have picked up another foul had not Taylor slid up in front.
You better believe it. Because he's right there and he reaches in, boy, but he almost picked up number 4 as Banks is well out of control. When you get across that free throw line in the paint, you better stop and pop or pass it, because 9 out of 10 times that whistle will blow.
Kimball now back for the shot, way short. Rebound Clore, though, and he's right there for the second basket of the night for him. First hoop of this period, 14-11, and ball knocked out of bounds. Slaughter back on. Hobson will take a seat.
Yeah, give Slaughter just a couple of minute rest with the timeout at the quarter break.
Jarvis Williams now checks in, and Kimball will sit down with those 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if he comes back.
Bill Binns also back in for Boylan, and Darrell Banks will get a rest. So Kylie, Binns, Hernandez, Slaughter, and number 50, Brian McNett in the ball game for Boylan. McNett to Kylie, knocked away and stolen, now restolen, and now Clore has it for Richwood.
A little sloppy basketball there, but exciting for the fans.
The Knights trying to turn up the heat on defense, and they dig it away. Jarvis Williams open, didn't take it. Good bounce pass inside, shot blocked by Slaughter.
Slaughter's been all over the basketball floor tonight, Dan.
Kylie up for the shot, too hard. Slaughter rebounds and had it taken away.
Look at Hernandez.
Boylan ball. Kylie thought about the 3, now a 15-footer short. And Kylie picks up the foul, heading for the rebound.
Heading for the rebound, the frustration foul, had the wide open shot, took it, came up a little bit short, going for the rebound. A little sloppy, but you have to give Richwood credit. They were down by a bunch, now they're only down by 3.
Kylie had a rough sequence there for a minute or so. He's going to have a chair now, and Darrell Banks is back on for the Titans of Rockford Boylan.
Didn't take long to get Banks back in the ball game. Kind of a sloppy game. 5 fouls against 4 for Richwoods.
Williams guarded by McNett. Right around him. Couldn't get it. Rebound shot up there, no good. Taylor hit the bottom of the rim. Williams, no good. And finally ripped down by Slaughter.
Yeah, when you get 3 chances, Dan, you should come away with 2.
3-point shot. Binns is short.
Look at Slaughter.
Boy, Slaughter's having a day, and he'll go up to the line. Another basket for Michael Slaughter. 9 points already, and a ton of rebounds, too.
9 points. Look at this one. Watch points 8 and 9. Nice offensive rebound. Doesn't put the ball on the floor like you shouldn't do, and puts it right back up to the hoop. One-hand rebound. Steps through the double team. Uses the glass. Comes away with the 2 points. 9 points and 7 rebounds so far for Michael Slaughter.
There's Tim Gores, the coach's son, in there at point guard, replacing Johnny Hernandez. Shot well short. Slaughter for the board. It's loose. Garbage time.
They'll take it. Darrell Banks picks up the garbage.
18-11.
But again, Slaughter keeping the ball alive.
Whistle away from play. We're going to get a timeout. Wayne Hamilton needing to get his team back in sync here with 5:38 to go. Boylan leading by 7. One of your network sponsors, the Dairy Farm Families of Illinois and Wisconsin.
They come from towns as small as Pinckneyville and as big as Chicago, all filled with hope, some destined for glory.
We got to get the ball back and score before they...
Yes! They win it! Hard!
They win it!
To all the teams and all the fans, the country's behind you.
Transportation for our crew is provided by Budget Rent-A-Car. Budget Rent-A-Car, right in your neighborhood with over 45 Chicagoland and Central Illinois locations. The smart money is on Budget. Dan Roan and Kenny McReynolds, 5:38 to play in the first half. 18-11, Boylan on top. Peoria Richwoods with the basketball.
As you can see, a lot of shots going up in the first half, Dan. So here's Taylor going one-on-one.
Took a bad one, too, in the rebound. Tim Hobson for Rockford Boylan.
Well, you really want to get a bucket off the timeout. When you call it, you have a set play.
Good bounce pass down low. Slaughter couldn't handle it, but
good help defense by Brian Franklin, too.
Franklin last touched it, so Boylan will hang on. Now Binns posts up and missed it off the glass, and on a rebound attempt, Tim Gores will pick up the foul.
Coach's son. And you notice, being the coach's son, he doesn't look over to the bench because he knows he'll hear about it at home tonight.
That's 16 fouls now on Rockford Boylan. Next one will be the bonus for Richwood. Knights have 5. Nice step in by Darrell Banks. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Banks lost it.
Lost it up.
And Richwoods comes away with it.
He just lost control of the basketball, Dan. We've seen it all weekend.
24 for Peoria is Nick Rutherford. 5'11 junior.
Well, they really isolate for Taylor, don't they? Get the ball to Taylor and get out of his way.
Rutherford with a good tip out, and Jarvis Williams runs it down at half court.
See, I think it's great that Taylor's a great one-on-one basketball player, but if he's not hot tonight, hey, let's get the other 4 guys involved.
Quick move by Williams, but another wild shot by Richwoods.
Richwood only shooting 23%, 5 out of 21.
Slaughter, quick move, baseline, now inside to Binns, slapped away, and a good play by Jarvis Williams. They've got Franklin in front. Good dish, Taylor.
Franklin almost lost his footing on the way down. He saw streaking Taylor and just underhanded the ball to him, and Taylor comes away with the slam dunk. Here's Slaughter down low.
Too hard, and the rebound to Peoria. Greg Clore ripped it down, and the Knights with a chance to pull within 3 or maybe 2 if they can hit a long.
You see the Knights making it a half-court game. Don't run and gun.
Franklin crossover, almost walked. Rutherford and now Taylor isolated out there in the corner with Banks.
Reverse. There you go. Just start it all over again. There you go.
Well, Wayne Hamilton might want to get McIntosh back into the game. His 3-point bomber. Shot up there, no good. Taylor missed another one. Taylor so far 2 of 7 in the game. Slaughter all by himself. Nice play by Clore.
Beautiful play by Clore. Coming over, weak side help. Gets the block, but now the Knights have to capitalize.
Greg Clore saved a basket on the defensive end. We'll see what they can do on offense. Rutherford slings it up there, no good. Slaughter out on the run. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Hobson bangs inside down low, and a blocking foul called on Jarvis Williams.
Jarvis Williams got there just a half second too late, Dan. Nice try by Jarvis Williams. Here he is, number 42. See, look at the legs, still moving. You have to be stationary in established position.
16 fouls on Richwood, still no free throws. Each team will be in the bonus next common foul, though. Slaughter in the paint. Hernandez head fake. Hernandez gliding into the baseline and score.
Well, we said we thought Hernandez needed to get more involved in the offense, and I think that's a good reason why. You saw it right there. This young man can create his own shots. Great athlete, too.
Rutherford had it slapped out of there. Core rebound is good, and he'll get a free throw.
Well, Clore's not going to be, the pretty all-American type basketball player. He's going to stay in the lanes, pick up a little garbage time. Here it is again. Now watch Clore. Nobody blocks him out. Gets the rebound, puts it up, and gets the shooter's roll. And we have a whistle here. Lane violation.
Take the free throw away from Greg Clore.
You know what he's saying? I think he's saying that Nick Rutherford had his foot in the paint when he lined up.
So Clore doesn't get to shoot it.
Boy, that's tough.
5-point game, heading down toward 2 minutes in the first half. Don't forget at halftime the AA three-point shooting competition. Hobson inside. First basket of the day for Tim Hobson.
Nice spin move by Hobson.
Taylor got it off the glass. Taylor able to create some room for himself that time. 6 points in the game now for Troy Taylor.
You double team, try to steal the ball.
Instead, we get a foul on Rutherford, and that will be the bonus. Boylan about to shoot some free throws.
Well, Dan, I'm not so sure that trying to steal the basketball in your backcourt is Rich Wood's type of basketball game. That just makes it a speed-up tempo game, and I think you're playing into Boylan's hands if you try to make it a up-tempo type of ball game.
Good looking free throw by Johnny Hernandez, a 59% shooter for the year up there.
I really like Hernandez. I think he'll be a fine basketball player down at Eastern Illinois, playing for Rick Samuels.
Dana Kiley checks in. Tim Hobson checks out. One more free throw for Johnny Hernandez. 90 seconds left in the first half. It's a 23-17 game. Richwood's down by 6 with the basketball. Good penetration, and Taylor got it reversed.
Beautiful dribble penetration, and Taylor right there. They were in the stack. Taylor just stepped into the lane, gets the pass for the easy 2.
Three-point shot, Banks. Not a real good choice, maybe. Inside Slaughter, what are we going to get? Foul called on Slaughter over the top.
Saying that he pushed off.
2 fouls on Michael Slaughter.
Here's a shot by Banks that won't go. Michael Slaughter going up, and yeah, he's tangled up right there. Tangled up there with Nick Rutherford. That's 2 fouls on Michael Slaughter, but what a first half. 9 points, 8 rebounds.
So Nick Rutherford steps up without a point so far, without a shot from the line. He's a 40% free throw shooter this year. Looks pretty good right there. Hobson back, Slaughter will sit.
Well, yeah, you don't want Slaughter to pick up his third with a minute to go in the half. And you have a big lead. Well, it could be a 1-point lead or a 2-point lead.
Short tip, almost went out of bounds to Boylan.
There's your four-court pressure once again by Richwoods.
Almost lost it, Hernandez. Now finally gets it to Kiley. Now Hernandez. Now they got the numbers, and Banks let it in.
Well, they got the numbers once they got by that double team. It's obvious they really practice against that full-court pressure. As Richwoods will now hold for 1 shot.
Darrell Banks has 9 points in the first half. 25-20 game. Heading down toward 40 seconds. Brian Franklin, Jarvis Williams, Troy Taylor, the 3 outmen for the Knights. They try to wind this clock down, get a final shot. Where's the 5-second call? Steve Gore wants to know. Now we're at 10, and now they'll set it in motion. Here comes Taylor. Good pass to Clore. Steps up and knocks it down.
Oh, look at Steve Gores. He wanted to travel.
Banks let it go from half court and hit the top of the board. And that'll do it for the first half. Richwoods did a nice job in the final seconds of controlling the clock, then getting it out to Clore for the shot on the baseline. He may have traveled, Steve Gores, you're right, but no whistle. Clore has 8 points now in the first half, and it's a 3-point game at halftime. Boylan 25, Richwoods 22, and with Wayne Hamilton is Joe Passion.
All right, thanks very much, Dan. And Wayne, you go in the locker room, a team that's really made it a comeback of sorts, and now a lot of things to be accomplished in the second half. What do they stand out for you to be?
Yeah, we feel very fortunate to be that close. We've got 3 scorers, and 2 of them are in the bench. McIntosh's knees are point where I don't think he's going to be able to play at all. And of course, Kimball has 3 fouls. I thought our reserves went in and did an excellent job. They went through and played good defensive pressure and got several turnovers. So I feel like that we're in a good position now to come back to the second half and readjust and hopefully get Kimball back in the ball game and get another score and get some more offense going.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Have a great second half. Wayne Hamilton and his Richwoods club down here at the break. And we will be back with the boys class AA 3-point shootout. Country Companies has that coming along. But first, let's take this time out and a word from one of our network sponsors. Welcome back to Assembly Hall. We're at halftime of our second Class AA boys basketball semifinal with Richwoods trailing here at the break to Rockford Boylan. Joe Passion back with you down here on the floor, and what you're looking at are the 4 finalists of the boys class AA Country Companies 3-point shootout, and they're warming up those limbs and those legs right now to determine who will be in the finals of this contest, and this would be a real dandy. I will tell you more about the 4 young men that will be going for the big prize here in just a moment as we return to Assembly Hall after this timeout and a message from our local stations. Back at Assembly Hall on the campus of the University of Illinois, where America's original March Madness takes another step into the 90s with the Country Companies 3-point shootout. And what you're about to see will be the boys class AA Final 4. These are the best of the long-range shooters. On Thursday night, 32 of the best of the Class AA were out here shooting on this floor to determine the Final 4, and they are Corey Shelby, a junior from Joliet West High School. He will shoot first, to be followed by Ryan Gear of Mattoon, Quincy Trice of Zion Benton, and Paul Van Devin of Cary Grove. This is Corey Shelby. He is just a junior. Now, again, to remind you, they have 5 basketballs in each rack. They have up to 1 minute to shoot them out there. They have to stay, of course, behind the 3-point line, and 1 point is counted for every basket made. And Corey Shelby is off to a hot start, 4 of 5. Now from the top of the key, Shelby red hot. Corey Shelby, just a junior, will be competing in baseball this year in right field for the Joliet West baseball team because Darryl Strawberry is his hero. I wonder how many of these Strawberry could make. 15 basketballs in all. There is no bonus basketball at the end like you may be familiar with in the NBA long-range shootout. Our judges today, Michael Connell and Sean Elder, who ironically are both from Joliet West also. They volunteered here from the Illinois Coaches Association, along with Chuck Grant of Monmouth and J.C. Wise of Cambridge. 11 points recorded for Corey Shelby of Joliet West, and now stepping up to the line to begin the first of his 15 attempts. This will be Ryan Gear, a senior from Mattoon High School. The 1-minute clock has started, and Ryan Gear, who told me earlier he usually just practices around the gymnasium floor. He was red hot Thursday night, had the crowd really rooting for him in his second round. Gets his first and completes his first rack, going 1 for 5. Ryan plays center forward on the Mattoon soccer team. And not only is he a pretty smart athlete, Ryan Gear is the president of the National Honor Society at Mattoon High School. Will be attending the University of Illinois here in Champaign as a business law major. I talked to all 4 players prior to the shooting, and all admitted they were very, very nervous. They had about 5 minutes to warm up prior to the contest here. Gear on his last basketball. And I'm sure Ryan will admit a disappointing 4-point performance in this first round of the Class AA finals. Now remember, the champion of this Class AA contest will shoot out in the championship game tonight against the Class A winner. Now this is Quincy Trice of Zion Benton, Illinois. Quincy Trice is a senior. Used to run cross country. Says his legs got too tired. He wanted to just stick with basketball, and you can see he's done his homework on the court. Quincy is not committed to a college yet. He is looking at Northeast, Missouri State, or Aurora University, or Polk College, but he's going to have his choice. Quincy is a 3.4 grade point average student. And he is getting a hot hand. This 3-point shootout is a streak game, and the streak right now is in favor of Quincy Trice. And listen to the crowd on his last ball.
Quincy Trice of Zion Benton with 11 points.
Quincy gets 11 points and ties Corey Shelby for the lead. And now our 4th shooter is Paul Van Deven of Cary Grove High School. Paul is just a sophomore. This young man lit the crowd up Thursday night in the second round when 32 players were out there and then down to 16. Van Deven hit 15 of 16 3-point shots in the second round Thursday night here at Assembly Hall to qualify for this Final Four finals. Van Deven, a 3-sport athlete, is a wide receiver on the Cary Grove football team and a shortstop on the Cary Grove baseball team. Admittedly, Paul said he was the most anxiously nervous before the game. Doesn't look it though, does he? Cool as ice. Paul Van Deven. 10 points. So there's a 2-way tie between Corey Shelby and Quincy Trice with 11 points. Now on the shootout, to determine the winner, the racks will be moved to the baseline. Again, they will go to both baseline racks. They will not go to the top of the key. And 5 balls from 2 spots.
The first shooter is Corey Shelby of Joliet West.
And it'll be first time for Joliet West Tiger Corey Shelby, and he hits this first one. Coming short off the baseline, and Shelby sets up well behind the third point line. He's about 20 feet away from the basket when he sets up for his shot. He gets 2 out of the first rack, and now runs across the baseline for rack number 2. 5 basketballs here. Quincy Trice standing by. Shelby with 3. Corey Shelby beginning to hit his stride. 3 in a row from this rack. Short. His last basketball, Corey Shelby.
Corey Shelby.
Big. All right, thank you very much, and welcome back to halftime of this second Class AA semifinal. There you see our score, and a moment ago, Quincy Trice getting second place from the ZBs in Class AA, but there's the winner, Corey Shelby, capturing his first place award in the Country Company's Class AA three-point shootout, and a big award for this Joliet West Tiger Jr. Congratulations, Corey, but tell us a little bit. You got into a real groove there, but you always seem to be about a foot behind the line. You like it a little further away, don't you?
Well, during the games and some of our games we've had, all the players have been teasing me because I normally don't shoot on the three-point line. It'd be like 2 steps behind. And I guess when I get into my rhythm, I guess shots start falling and I won.
The baseline shot has been the toughest, but you seem to get into a groove, particularly on that second rack.
Yeah, during the season, baseline kind of been my best shot. And shots were just falling from me, and I guess I just hit them.
Congratulations, Corey. All the guys did a great job. Congratulations on those awards. Way to go.
All right, thanks.
All right, and we will be staying around to preview the second half of this AA semifinals. We send it over the center court to Dan Roan and, of course, Kenny McReynolds.
Okay, Joe Passion, thank you very much. 25-22, the halftime score. Rockford Boylan leading Peoria Richwoods by 3 in a low-scoring game. We've seen a lot of games, Kenny, so far in the tournament that haven't produced a lot of offense, but it's all a combination, I think, of some jitters and some pretty good defense played by a lot of these teams.
Pretty good defense. As we take a look at some of the first half highlights, we said we wanted to get Johnny Hernandez more involved in the game. You see Hernandez right there with the layup. Boy, I tell you what, though, I like Jarvis Williams right here for Peoria. He does an outstanding job. Darrell Banks, this young man is quite an athlete. He'll take that three-point jump shot, Dan, any chance he gets, which is an outstanding, a guy like that runs the floor, and he can shoot. Troy Taylor's a big man for Richwoods. Nice speed pass for the slam dunk. Troy Taylor can do it all for Richwoods. They say he's the best one-on-one basketball player around. Nice move inside the lane. Nice reverse layup for Troy Taylor. He's the big gun for Richwoods.
Joe Passion standing by now with Boylan coach Steve Goers. Joe.
All right, Steve, real quickly, I know you got to run off, but a little summary on the halftime talk.
Well, we said we have to win it with defense and win it with rebounding and win it in the paint. That's the key to the success. We have to keep them off the offensive boards, and we have to get there.
Go get them, Coach. Thanks. Congratulations on a great first half. And we will be back with the second half of this Class AA semifinal right after this timeout from America's original March Madness.
Invested by 55, Michael Slaughter.
Underway in the second half. Peoria Richwoods with a basketball. Rockford Boylan has a basket already. Michael Slaughter scored it, and it's 27-22 with 40 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Taylor, nice move down the baseline. Troy Taylor in double figures with 10.
Well, he's their one-on-one basketball specialist. He's the man that makes things go for Richwoods.
Down low, here he goes again. Slaughter missed it this time under heavy pressure, though, and Taylor out of there with it for the Knights.
Well, Slaughter has carte blanche. They're trying to dominate the game with the paint.
Kimball with those 3 fouls, missed the layup. Taylor one-handed it in. 27-26. Hernandez a wild throw, and it is a charging foul against Johnny Hernandez.
Well, the football player threw a block there, Dan. Here it is again. Watch Hernandez. Man, get out of his way.
Taylor took a wicked shot from Johnny Hernandez.
But you have to give Taylor a lot of credit.
Taylor off to a quick start here in the third quarter with a couple of baskets. Now Peoria can take the lead with a hoop here. Downstairs, nice whip. Kimball got it the left-handed off the glass shot. Kimball with 5, and Peoria's got the lead.
Nice assist to Troy Taylor. He was in a good position down low, whipped it out to Kimball for the 2. See, now, Dan, they have to stop the Titans on defense.
Down low it goes to the money man, Slaughter. Up and in. Michael Slaughter with 13.
I don't know. Maybe I would try a zone. Who knows? Slaughter's not playing. I'm sorry, McIntosh, because of his knees, he isn't playing.
Frank McIntosh, who had 21 points last night, can't answer the bell now. Played a couple of minutes early, but their major three-point shooting threat, Richwoods that is not available at this moment. Brian Franklin, dribble penetration in the corner. Kimball dish back to Franklin. Doesn't shoot very often, and he missed that one. Hobson fouled by Greg Clore as he spun down low on the block.
Hobson trying to spin towards the basket, and Clore with a little body push. Not a shooting foul, though. So just a common foul. The Titans will inbound the ball.
Richwoods foul against 14. Brian Franklin, his first team foul on behalf of Richwoods. No shot.
Position for Slaughter. He's got 3 baskets in the third quarter. 15 points in the game.
Michael Slaughter just having an outstanding basketball game, Dan, dominating this game in the paint.
Franklin shoots it into the corner to Clore. Kimball trying to pick up the loose ball, can't get it. And Hernandez out scraps him for it. And Boylan has it. Rockford Boylan by 3 with the basketball. 4:50 to go in the third quarter.
On the baseline.
Hobson steps on the line. It'll be Peoria's ball when we come back. 4:48 to go in the third. 31-28. And one of your network sponsors, Radisson Suites. A quick look at the halftime stats brought to you by the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. Kenny?
Well, Dan, you see the field goal shooting wasn't that great. 39 for Boylan, 32 for Richwoods. Three-point shooting not too great. Free throws not great. Rebounding, Richwoods has a slight edge there. Turnovers 8 for Richwoods, only 5 for Boylan.
Right now, Boylan has the edge where it counts. It's 31-28. The Titans leading the Richwoods Knights, and 4:40 to play in the third period. 42 is Jarvis Williams. Dribble penetration, the soft shot, too soft. And they're going to have a bust out on this end with Johnny Hernandez.
You see, he slowed up on his dribble to get his feet set because he knew he wanted to dunk.
He knew he had all day. Kimball slides inside for 2, back the other way.
Nice slashy move by Kimball, but here comes Banks.
Kimball got back for the steal, and now Troy Taylor has it. Taylor 1-on-3, got it.
Boy, he just stepped through 3 men, Dan, for the layup.
33-32. Post up, Slaughter. Didn't shoot that one. Hobson in the paint. Now Ben's going to try one from outside the arc. It's way short.
Wow, 3 free throws.
Yep, he should get 3. The foul will come up on number 14, Brian Franklin. And we'll see if he does get the 3.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
3 free throws. Ben's at the line. And here's Hernandez. He slows up to make sure he gets the slam dunk. Barely got up, but then he did a little chin up.
Pretty good leaping ability for a guy 6'1".
Great athlete, football player, the strongest man on the team.
Bill Binns made the first two. He'll get one more. 61% free throw shooter for the year. Binns only a junior. Nice complimentary player. Made them all. 36-32 Boylan. And another steal. Can Hernandez outrun everybody?
Yes, he can. Look at that.
He couldn't get the shot to go, though. Now a reach-in foul on Slaughter will be his third.
Now that can hurt. You have Slaughter now with 3 fouls. He's your leading scorer and a rebounder. Here it is again. Hernandez outruns everyone, but he's a little too far under. Lost control. He didn't know where. I don't think he knew where he was, Dan. Here it is again. See, he's on the wrong side. The ball just didn't reverse. And you watch Slaughter come in here trying to reach in for the steal. Picks up his third personal.
Jarvis Williams got it across the timeline to Kimball. Kimball sliding in. Pass too hot to handle over there for Nick Rutherford and out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think Rutherford knew the pass was coming. I think he thought Kimball was going to take it to Slaughter.
Slaughter with the dribble. They almost lost it. Hernandez hooked past to Binns. Binns down the baseline, knocked away, and a charging foul. And a good call down low, too, as Troy Taylor, Kenny, once again set up low and did not give ground on the baseline.
Binns actually loses control of the ball right there. Troy Taylor in a great position, just standing right there. And Bill Binns charges into Troy Taylor.
Team foul number 3.
2-2-1 zone trap. Look out, I got it. Every possession becoming more and more important for Richwoods.
Inside 3 minutes now for the third quarter. Richwoods down by 4, 36-32. The winner to play Proviso East in the state championship game tonight. Kimball lean-in shot, rolled all over the rim. Clore steps up, and Clore is fouled as he goes for the shot. We'll see if he gets free throws.
Boy, Taylor kept that basketball alive, Dan, by just tapping it off the board till Clore got there and was able to pick up the loose ball. Bill Binns picks up the foul. That's his third. Not a shooting foul.
Richwood's going to toss it in. You better hurry.
Better hurry.
Taylor's got it. Taylor one-on-one with Hobson.
Oh,
Taylor.
nice screen.
Taylor, tough shot, would not go. Tip won't go. And it's Banks. Binns wasn't looking for the pass. Now back to Banks, and we'll see if we can get this thing settled down a little bit.
Well, one thing when you play the Titans of Rockford Boylan, you know it's going to be a fun basketball game.
Binns couldn't get the shot. Kimball behind the back, through traffic. Nice dish to Taylor for 2.
Beautiful. Kimball behind the back pass to Taylor for the layup. Look at his
Taylor with the steal, but he threw it right back into Hobson. And now Boylan's got the numbers. Slaughter. Short jump shot is good.
Big basketball game for Michael Slaughter. 17 points.
38-34. And a minute 45 to play in the third. Nick Rutherford thought about it. Wayne Hamilton having to go to his bench extensively in this game because of injuries and foul trouble. Clore shoots from the circle and made it. Greg Clore in double figures with 10.
Right over the outstretched arm of Michael Slaughter.
Slaughter on the baseline, didn't think about shooting it. Now Banks inside and send him up to the line.
Send him up to the line, and oh man, why would Kimball pick up his 4th foul on a play like that? Here it is again. Slaughter, real smart move, giving the pass to Banks, and you see Kimball just moving the bottom part of his body. Here it is again. If you're not going to try to block the shot, just stand still.
Get out of there.
You know, get out the way or stand still. But he tried to slide over, and even if you don't touch him, when you move like that, the whistle will blow.
Tough call. Very tough for Richwoods as the free throw goes down. It's 41-36. Kimball is out of the game. And the long pass to Williams. Had a couple of cutters, didn't see him. Now Clore, and now Williams, and now they'll pull it out. Franklin for three. Right on, but short, and Johnny Hernandez has the rebound. Pass knocked away, but out of bounds, and Boylan will hang on with about 38 seconds to play.
Well, now I think Boylan would just try to get a good shot. Hold for the last shot with 38 seconds to go.
Dana Kiley has checked in. Binge will sit down with his 3 personal fouls. Banks, number 50, is Brian McNett. Here's Kiley. Down to 25. Kiley to Hernandez.
Oh, look at that.
Jarvis Williams now with 3.
Boy, Jarvis Williams just he almost took Hernandez's head off. Here it is again. He tried to stop. I don't think he really meant to just run right into Hernandez. He tried to stop, but his momentum just carried him right into Hernandez.
Common foul, no free throws yet, no bonus, so 15 seconds now.
Now you're under 10, you try to get into a play.
Hernandez on the move, too hard. Hobson, rebound, left-hand shot short. Tip up, no. Another tip, no good. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. So a flurry at the finish of the period, but no points for Rockford Boylan. 41-36, they take a 5-point lead into the final 8 minutes. And one of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance. Game summary brought to you by the Toyota dealers of Illinois. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
And Richwoods loves what Taylor's doing. 16.7 rebounds. Of course, Slaughter for Boylan, 17 points, 8 rebounds.
Boylan's field goal shooting coming up. Penetration, Franklin. Tough shot inside by Taylor. Troy Taylor now with 18. And some pressure by the Knights. They clear it to Banks. 3-point field goal. Shot is good.
Boy, that young man can shoot. What an athlete.
Floor shot not there. Rebound by Hernandez. Knocked out of bounds by Franklin, and Boylan will have it.
Hernandez has that knack, Dan. He just seems to be everywhere around the basketball.
McNett dribbles it over the timeline. Kiley in trouble. Now clears it.
Whoa.
Taylor.
Oh, Hernandez is hurt.
Oh, my. Let's see. Taylor and Hernandez collided right in the midcourt circle, and Hernandez is down. No foul was called on the play.
Incidental contact, I guess. Maybe he had the wind knocked out of him. But see, he's a big, strong football player.
He's not wearing any pads today.
No pads today. Let's see. Here's the pass. Taylor, Hernandez, boing. I think he had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kenny.
See, those big football players, see, he'll be okay. It also goes to show how strong Taylor is, because Hernandez is the starting quarterback on a 12-1 football team, so he's a big, strong, tough kid.
Now Johnny Hernandez is up off the deck.
If you ever had the wind knocked out of you, you lay there and you think you're dying. You just lay there like, I can't breathe. I'm going to die. Call my mom. And the trainers, then they settle you down and say, hey, just have to get the wind back. You'll be okay.
He looks fine on the bench. Tim Gores has replaced Johnny Hernandez.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be right back in.
Tim Hobson, Tim Gores.
No high-low game.
Hobson. sealed off on the baseline and out of bounds to Boylan.
Great job right there, defense by Richwoods. Just sealed the baseline out off. They had nowhere to go.
Spins. Here's a corner screen for Banks. Couldn't shoot it. Hobson clears it, and they'll start over again. Really trying to get Hobson down low. And he throws it away.
Bad pass, Dan. You just can't lob it. You have to throw nice, crisp passes.
Richwoods trying to cut into a 6-point Boylan lead. And a whistle away from play and a timeout called by Peoria Richwoods. Wayne Hamilton wants to talk it over. He's sending Sean Kimball to the scorer's table. We'll take a break. One of your network sponsors is the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. Transportation for our crew is provided by Budget Rent-A-Car. Budget Rent-A-Car right in your neighborhood with over 45 Chicagoland and Central Illinois locations. The smart money is on budget. 6:32 to play. It's a 44-38 Rockford Boylan lead. Richwoods with the basketball and having trouble, and now it's taken away by Boylan.
Taken away as Brian Franklin just couldn't control the ball.
The Boylan fan group is up and screaming behind the Rockford bench, and Slaughter loses it inside.
So trying to rifle the ball down low to Slaughter. Now Richwoods, they have Kimball back. He has 4 fouls.
Baseline, Taylor back outside. Hernandez right there.
That's 14 turnovers for Richwoods.
Hernandez inside for Benz. Hernandez for 3. In the tip out, Nick Rutherford, but now it's picked up by Hobson. Still battled. Slaughter short. And finally, Richwoods wraps it up. It's Kimball coming out of there with it.
Nobody wanted to score it right there, and you had to give Kimball. That shows what a smart basketball player he is, Dan. He just grabbed the basketball and hugged it to make sure he had complete control.
Franklin's pass tip. Clore has it, though, and he'll shoot from there. Greg Clore makes it 44-40.
He'll shoot from there, and he'll hit from there.
Right at 5 minutes left.
Big defensive stance.
Slaughter, no. Got his own rebound, though, and he's going to the free throw line.
Well.
Michael Slaughter.
Think he's
Spread
tired?
eagled on the floor. Yeah, I think he might be a little bit worn out. He's had to do a lot of work, Kenny.
Slaughter with the shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. Hit fake, and man, he's mugged by Clore. Slaughter, 5 offensive rebounds today. Very unorthodox style from the free throw line. Kind of slings it sideways.
Steve Goer sweating it out over there on the Boylan bench.
Oh, man.
His center missed them both, and Peoria's got the basketball.
Boy, Slaughter's had an outstanding game, but from the free throw line, he can build a house.
Yeah, he's 1 out of 5 up there.
A lot of bricks.
Taylor, blocking foul called on Banks. Taylor was heading for the basket, and Banks bumped him on the way in.
Well, you know Taylor, the one-on-one basketball player, and Banks just slides right up there with the left leg.
That's only 5 on the team for Boylan. Frank McIntosh, who hasn't played since the opening minutes, Kenny, is back on, and he's the three-point threat.
He's the three-point threat. You heard the coach say he has bad knees.
He's coming off that bench cold, so we'll see how he does. Right away, and he hit it! Look at the Peoria fan group. Well, they're going crazy.
Who says you need knees?
First points of the afternoon for Frank McIntosh, and it's a 1-point game.
But see, now if I'm the Titans and I know he has bad legs, I find his man and take it to him.
Down low, Slaughter held it high, forced it up, no good.
Well, you know, Dan, the game plan to get it to Slaughter as Taylor's down hurt.
Bodies flying all over the place in the Assembly Hall this afternoon, in this game in particular.
Well, see, now you know the game plan is to get the ball down to Slaughter. Here it is again. He's triple team. What's wrong with kicking that back out? Oh, he takes the elbow right to the chops. Oh, my. Slaughter with the elbow, inadvertent, of course, right to the face of Taylor.
Well, Slaughter does, Kenny, what a coach will teach a postman to do, and that's hold that ball high and keep those elbows out and try to clear some room for yourself.
A la Bill Cartwright.
Absolutely.
Sharpen the elbows up before the game. Go in at halftime. Keep it up high. But I think he has to learn to kick it out sometimes.
Going to get a good look here at Troy Taylor and see if he's cut or has been cut by that elbow. Hard to tell, but Troy really doesn't seem to know exactly where he is right now.
Yeah, he's a little banged up.
Well, that must have hurt. We'll take one more look at it.
Here it is again. Watch the elbows of Slaughter. Grabs control of the basketball. The left, right elbow.
Got him right under the chin. But Troy Taylor is up. He scored 18 points in this game, and he's not going to quit now.
Not now. I'm sure they asked him, Troy, do you want to come out? He probably said, of course not.
He's going to have to take a seat for a moment. Jarvis Williams will replace him for the time being, but I'm sure we'll see Troy Taylor very quickly.
Yeah, because they stopped play for the injured player, so he has to come out, or either you take a timeout.
4 minutes and 8 seconds left. Rockford Boylan with the lead by 1. Peoria Richwoods with the basketball. And they handle the pressure. Brian Franklin. McIntosh being guarded by Binns. We'll see if they can shake him free down the baseline for one of those threes. Sean Kimball. Into the paint. Kimball, left-handed shot is no good, and Slaughter, good position for the rebound.
Great position by Slaughter. The left-handed shot wouldn't go. Boy, look at McIntosh. He is lumbering, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not moving real well. 44-43. Boylan with the lead in the basketball. 3.5 to go.
I'm sorry, Dan. McIntosh is down low on Slaughter. I guarantee you Slaughter will see the basketball now.
Slaughter setting a high screen for Banks.
Now he'll roll down low.
Hernandez. Binns, 3, short. Got his own, though. Now Hobson in the lane. Got it.
Boy, they do such a great job of knowing where their man will be, you know?
McIntosh having to run it down. He missed the shot, but he was fouled on the way in. And that'll be a common foul. No bonus yet, but that's number 6 on Boylan in the second half. And from now on, Richwoods will be shooting the 1-and-1.
I really have to give McIntosh credit as Troy Taylor returns.
So Taylor is back. That's 4 fouls on Bill Binns. Richwoods basketball to throw in. Here's Taylor to the paint. Good fake.
Nice
up.
Fake.
No good, though. Kimball. Slaughter tip out, and Hernandez has it. Johnny Hernandez, a lot of contact down low that trip, and no whistles blown.
Boy, that Slaughter does such an outstanding job on the boards. Even if he can't control it, he has a great deal of ability by just tipping the basketball, keeping it alive.
Boylan spreads the floor. McIntosh fouls Binns. That'll be the first foul on McIntosh, and now each team has 6 personals as a team in the second half.
Well, McIntosh with the bad knees, he just reached out to try to stop Binns. We may start seeing offense-defense substitutions. Take McIntosh out on defense, bring him back in for offense.
He gave him a big lift when he hit that 3-point shot right off the bench. Now Nick Rutherford has replaced him for defensive purposes. 2.5 left. 3-point game. Boylan with the lead and the ball. Slaughter being guarded by Taylor, the 2 leading scorers in the game. Slaughter is tired, Kenny.
He really is.
Ball knocked away and a foul called on Brian Franklin. This one will send Johnny Hernandez to the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
Boy, that's tough, you know, because you had Franklin playing great defense at midcourt. And Hernandez is not going to kill you at midcourt. Now we get the offense-defense substitutions. You take a look at the team fouls, both teams in the bonus, and Frank McIntosh is back for offensive purposes.
Johnny Hernandez short on the free throw, but he got the rebound somehow. Now throws it. And out of bounds to who?
Off McIntosh.
McIntosh touched it last.
I give this kid credit. Couldn't play most of the game with the bad knees. As he goes back out now, you have to give him credit. He's really, really hustling. McIntosh going for the loose ball right there. Off McIntosh. Titans basketball.
Timeout on the floor. One of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance. This copyrighted broadcast is presented for the entertainment and non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the written consent of Cost Broadcast Sales Incorporated is prohibited. Dan Roan and Kenny McReynolds, 2:09 left. Rockford Boylan has the basketball in a 3-point lead. Richwoods trying to dig it away. Boylan has spread the floor now. They're running their delay game. Back screens and flashing guards back out to the top. Rutherford made the steal.
Great defense by Rutherford. He took it out of his hands.
Nick Rutherford with the biggest defensive play of the game. And now with 1:40 to go, Richwoods could tie it with a three.
Well, it's a shame McIntosh isn't in there.
And a timeout called, and I'll guarantee you
to get McIntosh in
he's
there.
on his way back to the bench.
You know, a couple of minutes ago, we mentioned the offensive, defensive substitutions to get McIntosh in for offense and out for defense. I'll tell you what, he may wear his knees out just running back and forth to the bench. Look at this steal. This is just great, great defense by Rutherford. He just actually took the ball out of Bill Benz's hands. Here it is again, Rutherford, no foul, just great, great ball hawking, just outstanding defense.
Let's check in the huddles now.
Taking the ball out of bounds on the side, everybody said something. They might be for 22, might take it out and throw it in. They'll throw it back to him for the three. You got to watch three. For 20, you got to make book on it. 20, 40, or 22 is going to shoot the ball. So you got to play defense on that. 5 guys check out. Get the ball. Run the break. If it's not there, move without the ball.
Right now, fellas. Right now. The game's up now.
The Richwood Knights getting some final instructions from Wayne Hamilton on their bench, and Steve Goers telling his Boylan Titans what to do.
Well, I'm sure Steve Goers said, watch Frank McIntosh.
Richwoods has 1 timeout left in Boylan 3. Possession arrow favoring the team with the lead right now, Rockford Boylan.
There's your double screen. Oh, boy, they played that well, didn't they?
And a penetration by Franklin. Now he comes back out with it. Plenty of time left, 1:20.
Good defense so far.
Troy Taylor
great
away. And loose ball and picked up by Kimball. A break for the Knights. They regain control with 1:10 to go. They trail by 3.
Great hand by Banks. There's your double screen. Oh, he didn't give him the basketball.
He had him. Had a shot. He fakes. No three-pointer there. They're looking for it.
That was the 05 play about that DePaul. The double screen. You got to give him the basketball, man. Here it is again.
He's open in the corner. McIntosh. Too long. Kimball's got the rebound.
Just run it again.
And a foul call.
Tim Hobson.
Out in front of us, Frank McIntosh and Brian Franklin with a big hug. Franklin made the three-pointer that would have tied it, but it came after the whistle and after the foul had been made.
Here it is again. Man, that almost in, just a little wrong. But see, the foul is underneath the basket right there. The push by Hobson in the back to Greg Floyd.
Greg Ford at the line.
Hobson has 3 fouls. Really doesn't matter much right now. Greg Clore 0 out of 1 at the line. But Richwood's only 2 for 7 in the game. Nice shot. Pressure free throws by Greg Clore. Got 13 points in the game. Has played very well this afternoon. Short. Rockford basketball. 2-point lead. 35 seconds left.
They'll play keep away. Have to start to foul soon.
Slaughter, the man they wanted to foul. Hobson shoots it. No good. 28 seconds left. They've got a timeout. Taylor.
Take it.
Kimball. Got it and a foul.
Well, Dan, the reason I said I wouldn't take the timeout was because then you give the defense a chance to set up and settle. When you get a rebound like that in this type of ball game, just run down the floor. Don't give your defense a chance to set up. On offense, you know what you're going to do. They don't know what you'll do. So here it is again. Man, Kimball gets the pass from Taylor, and that shows how strong Kimball is because he was grabbed on the arm. And look at the celebration.
Plenty of time left, though. 21.8 seconds to go as Kimball tries to complete the three-point play.
Boy, you think these guys are happy?
Look at McIntosh.
Oh, man.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I think that's a great, great play by Wayne not to take the timeout.
Get the ball. You have 21 seconds of everything you got left, Bill. How many times have you been through this? How many times? How many times?
Wayne Hamilton not matching strategy in there.
Run the break, we got to lay up fine. If we don't, we'll take the timeout, all right? We'll take the timeout, all right?
Steve Gores, Kenny, was going a little more with technique and tactics in his huddle. On the other side, though, Wayne Hamilton says, how many times have we been here, fellas? Give it everything you got.
Everything you got. That's all you need to say.
Sean Kimball, a 55% free throw shooter, 1 out of 3 today. This one would give Rich Woods the lead with 21 seconds left in this semifinal game.
Got it.
Killed it. Boylan back, and now the Titans will take timeout.
Well, now, your strategy has been the entire game, get the ball down low to Slaughter. Slaughter has 17 points. Banks has 15 points. I'm from the old school. Slaughter got you here. I say get the ball down low to Slaughter, but he has to realize if they get him the ball on the blocks, if he's triple teamed like he has been all night, he had to kick that back out, get a high-low going. I wouldn't be surprised to see Banks take the shot, but Slaughter's been your man all afternoon. Hey, to quote a famous coach in Chicago, you have to dance with the lady you brought to the disco. So I say go to Slaughter.
Slaughter has been locked up in this fourth quarter, doesn't have any points. Now the Peoria Richwood huddle.
If the ball gets inside, right back to the back, hard. And if he's got position on Troy, then you go for the ball. You found it. You cannot let him get the layup.
We're going to come down here, run ball reverse, so reverse the ball, run screen and roll to the basket, or get a shot off of it. 5 guys on the board. 5 guys on the board.
Wayne Hamilton made a good point in his huddle, Kenny, I think. And that is if the ball does go down low and Slaughter gets his hands on it, don't let him make the layup. Make him shoot the free throws. He's only a 48% free throw shooter.
He's a terrible free throw shooter with that side sling, the way he does it. But if you also saw Steve Gores like, let's get some basketball reversal. Move the basketball, get it down low. If you can't, then take the shot.
All right, inside 20 seconds now. 47-46. Richwoods is up by 1. Under 10, Johnny Hernandez. Under pressure, Hernandez shot. Hobson rebound. No good. And that's it.
final score, Peoria Richwoods 47, 46. For the finals of the Class AA Slam Dunk Contest will begin very shortly.
For the second consecutive year, the city of Peoria will have a chance at a state championship. And for the second consecutive year, Proviso East will stand in its way. Richwood's a winner in game 2, 47-46 over Rockford Boylan.
Woo!
What a game.
I don't know about you, but my heart's not back down to earth.
Rockford Boylan had a couple of shots, and the second one by Hobson wasn't bad at all. It didn't go down, though, and Richwoods has survived the second semifinal. Right now, let's go to Joe Passion, who has Wayne Hamilton and Sean Kimball.
All right, Dan, thanks very much. And, Coach, down the stretch, it doesn't get any tighter, but it seemed like everything you wanted to work did.
Yeah, well, these kids have done it all year long. We said with the 4-minute mark, it was ours. We've had so many games like this through the stretch. We had 3 of them like that during the tournament stretch. We've got a bunch that just won't quit, and there's a new guy that rises to the occasion every single time.
Well, Sean Kimball is one of them. He had 10 points tonight, but the 3 most important were the tying points and, of course, the game winner at the free throw line.
Yeah. I was scared at the free throw line. I was telling myself I know I could hit it, and I just put the right arch on and the right flick, and it just went in, and I was happy after that.
I'll tell you what, we have some video here that will show you, Sean, of that big play that went down there in the paint, and you really drove hard and, of course, took the foul. The fact that you had your balance, describe your feelings right there and making the move against all that other muscle.
It was tough, but I usually shoot with my left hand anyway, so and when it went in, I wasn't really surprised, but I was just glad that I made it, and I was concentrating, worried about if I was going to make my free throws or not. I was concentrating more on my free throws.
One last thing, Wayne, in the last huddle, you didn't go over X and O's, you went with emotions. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we said we ought to go through, and on the defensive end, we wanted to go through and still had to keep putting pressure on them, but we did not want to foul. If the ball went down low, we didn't feel like we could handle Slaughter, so we were going to rush down and try to get the ball or foul if we had, rather than give them the layup. We're not going to give them the layup in that last possession.
Congratulations, guys. We'll see you in the final tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, Wayne Hamilton and his Peoria Richwoods team is going to the championship game tonight at 8 o'clock with Sean Kimball. And we'll send it back over to center court, over to Dan Roan.
Okay, Joe, thanks very much. Boy, what a basketball game. 47-46, Richwoods to the championship game. The player of the game, Troy Taylor, 18 points. The leading scorer for either side, Kenny McReynolds, in this game, but it'd be hard not to go with Sean Kimball in that situation. Kimball, a strong three-point play.
Boy,
and Kimball makes the shot that wins the game for Richwoods, and they move on to the championship game tonight. We'll step aside for a moment. The final score is in, 47-46, Richwoods over Boylan, but they've demanded a recount, Kenny, on the player of the game voting.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Kimball should get a couple of votes right there. I tell you, what a basketball game. He was in foul trouble, but he came off the bench. This young man really played an outstanding basketball game, and he is the player of the game. As you see, 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Had the leading scorer in the tournament so far, too, with 62 points in 3 games. Brought to you by American Airlines and American Eagle. Something special in the air. A special basketball game here in Champaign this afternoon. Boy, we've seen some close ones here, haven't we?
Oh, I tell you, no one wants to lose, so when you get down here to the Elite 8, you will see some outstanding basketball games. Another one-point thriller right here in Champaign.
Well, right now, let's take a look at the final basket of the game and show you how Sean Kimball came through for his club. Time running out. Taylor a little bit out of control, was able to find Nick Rutherford, who dumped it down, and Kimball got it up on the glass, drew the foul, and then made the all-important free throw.
Got it up on the glass with the left hand. He had to switch hands. You have to give a lot of credit to Taylor also with the great dribble penetration.
Well, the final stats from this one brought to you by Milk. It does a body good, and by the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. A field goal shooting here, not good for either club, but some key shots made down the stretch, and everybody playing hard and playing well in the final stages here.
Well, it wasn't a great basketball game from shooting standpoint, but you couldn't ask for better excitement.
Final score again, 47-46. Richwoods to the championship game to meet defending state champion Proviso East tonight. We'll step aside now for a moment. One of your network sponsors, American Airlines and American Eagle.
Back at Assembly Hall, the final of our second AA semifinal game. And again, it's another close one, but it'll be Richwoods against Proviso East for the AA state championship. Let's go back now and review for you the brackets as they resulted in today's earlier action. Proviso East in the championship game for the second year in a row, trying to defend their title on a 56-game win streak, will play Peoria Richwoods, edging out, of course, Rockford Boylan. And our telecast time will begin later this evening at 6:30 with the consolation game, and then 8 o'clock we'll have the championship game when Richwoods takes on the Pirates of Proviso East. We will also have highlights of the three-point and the slam dunk contest and the finals that you'll see live here during tonight's breaks of the championship game. So for Dan Roan, Tom Stocker, and Kenny McReynolds, I'm Joe Passion saying so long from Assembly Hall. We'll see you tonight for the championship round of America's Original March Madness.
Your network sponsors are Country Companies Insurance, bringing you state tournament action for more than 20 years. The dairy farmers of Wisconsin and Illinois, who remind you to drink milk. It does a body good. And Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.